Hi everyone, and welcome to take 2 of my Inktober haul video. I'm not sure what's going on with the video that I already shot. The audio works fine. The video stops halfway. I spent like 3 hours trying to make it work, but it's just not working. So here I am shooting it again. So hopefully it'll be nice and smooth and I can fly right through showing you everything and edit it pretty quick. So this year I would like to focus more on fountain pens. I really like to sketch with fountain pens and I don't do it nearly enough. I already had some Lamy pens which are really good. I like them. And I've got a converter for all of them, meaning that instead of having an ink cartridge in them, I put a little converter with a piston, and so I can dip it in an ink bottle and pick whatever ink I want. It's pretty convenient. But because the cleaning is not as convenient, it's nice to have several pens with different colors in them. That way you don't have to use up all the ink, clean up everything. You can just pick up the color ink you want and go for it. Now the problem I have with the Lamy pens is that sometimes with the inks that I'm using, which have been so far the platinum pigment inks, so I've got the sepia and the carbon ink, the black one. Sometimes these don't work as well with some fountain pens because they have pigments in them that might clog them. So I found that with my Lamy pens, the Lamy Safaris, sometimes they're hard to start again if you haven't used them in a while. But I do like to use them in my platinum carbon ink desk pens. So these I bought a long time ago. I have a couple of them, a medium and a fine, I believe, or a fine and extra fine. I can't remember, and it's not written on them. But I really love those pens. They're really cheap and they write very well. They never dry, or they never have dried on me. And I think one of the main reasons, and you probably can't see, but I'll show you with the other platinum pens. Inside is a little plastic cap, I guess, so that when you put the regular cap back on, it kind of really makes it nice and tight in there and prevents them from drying. I'll show you later. So the two I already have, they're two different size nibs, but I'm still using them with the same ink, the platinum carbon black ink, just two different sizes. Now I like them very much, and because I have other platinum inks and I know they work well with these pens, I wanted to get a couple more. So I did, but I realized that they were actually different. They have changed them. I will make a video about the differences between the two, and but right now I'm just gonna tell you I don't think you can pick, or I haven't found different size nibs. They're just a little bit longer, and they do come with a cartridge that looks like this, so there's quite a lot of ink in there. And what is great with the platinum cartridge is that there is a little silver ball in there, so once you put it inside and click it in place, the ball falls and then it kind of shakes the ink in there because there's pigments inside the ink. It keeps them flowing, so that's a nice cartridge. But because I want to use different colors, I got converters for these. Just like for the Lamy Safari pens, you click them in place like a regular cartridge. You put in the ink bottle and then you just twist it up and then the ink goes up. So I was showing you all that in my first footage. I was showing you how the ink goes up the converter, but now they're all filled up, so I can't show you exactly how that works, but I'm sure you get it. So one of them has the sepia ink in it, but that I already had before. And the other one I put a gray ink, but I'll talk to you about these inks later. So I've got these two platinum desk pens, and because I really like this brand for pens, I get a bunch of really cheap ones. I've got the platinum preppy pens. So preppy fountain pen is really the entry level of a fountain pen. It's very, very cheap. As a matter of fact, I got this set of colorful pens. They're like 7 colored pens. Got that for $15. 7 pens for $15. So, and then I get a set of 3 white ones. They're the exact same pens. They're just this is a special edition, I think, but they were on sale. They were really cheap as well. So they all come with a cartridge. These come with a color-coded cartridge, which is really nice. These are black cartridges, and I like that they snap in place also. I'm not too fond of the caps that you twist. For this one, I get a converter because I wanted to use a another ink. Which is the Sailor Blue Black ink, and it's waterproof just like the carbon pigment inks. And I'm gonna show you what I was talking about with the platinum lids, so, or the caps. So do you see inside there's another cap inside, and just it really keeps them from drying out. So I think they're pretty cool. Something also you need to know is that you don't need, when you run out of cartridges, you don't have to buy new ones, and you don't need to buy a converter either. You can just use your empty cartridge. You go clean it up in the running water, and then you can use a syringe or an eyedropper. An eyedropper with a thin tip. All you have to do is, take the ink from the ink bottle, and then just carefully put in the empty ink cartridge, and then you're all done. You can just pop this back inside the pen, and you can use whatever color you want. And again, because I really like those platinum pens, I got another one I wanted to try. It's I think it's pronounced Prefount. This one is a little bit more expensive, but still really affordable. And once again, I got a converter for this one because I wanted to use it with another platinum ink that I got this time. And it's not a pigment ink, it's a classic ink, so it's thinner, it doesn't have all the pigments inside, so it's safer, I guess, for fountain pens. It's a beautiful forest black ink. I'll show you later what those look like. But yeah, I like that. However, for something that was a little more expensive than this, it doesn't seem to write as smoothly as these. These work really well. I really like them. This, not my favorite. So another thing, it was on sale, was really cheap. This is a platinum brush, and it's not a real brush tip. It's more of a felt tip, kind of like your alcohol marker brushes, but it's just thinner. And this came with a cartridge, so you can put either a cartridge in there, or just put whatever color ink you want with a converter. But I don't know how well this cleans after using one color, so I'm gonna stick with black with this one. And I get it to mostly use on the bigger areas, so I can just color in the bigger areas. Another thing I wanted to try, I saw that in the video and I thought it was pretty cool. It's called a Uniball Air. This one is a micro, it's a smaller tip. It's a pretty funky tip, and it's supposed to be pressure sensitive. In other words, when you draw a line, if you apply pressure, then your line's going to be a little wider. However, when I tried it, I was able to make different marks, but not in one go. So we just draw a line and apply more pressure, and it wouldn't work the way I thought it was supposed to. So not sure I'm going to use this for Inktober. That said, the ink flows really well. It's a very nice pen. So all those pens I've shown you already, they are, I'm not even sure how to call them. The tips, they just draw one uniform line. They're not pressure sensitive. They do not have a flex tip. So I wanted to try one that's highly rated. And it's a Chinese pen, and it's supposed to mimic a Mont Blanc, a very expensive fountain pen. It's a Jinhao X159, and it looks pretty nice. It's much thicker. I'm not sure how to feel about that. I'm not super into thicker pens because I don't have very big hands, and it's a little heavier too. It came with its own converter, so I didn't have to buy one, which is a plus. And it does, when I apply more pressure, it does make lines, you know, thinner and wider. This is a fine tip, but I don't feel like the ink flows very nicely, at least compared to the preppies, for instance, the platinum preppies. So I'm gonna have to play with this and see if I like it. It was very cheap. It was $10. So if I don't like it, I won't cry about it. I won't regret it too much. But you know, I hope it does work, because I like the idea of being able to create different lines in one work with just the same pen. Alright, before I talk to you about these two pens here, I'm going to talk to you about the other inks that I got. And I got those with my Lamy Safari pens in mind, because I don't want to use them with the platinum inks anymore. I want to use them with thinner inks so that they don't clog as easily. And I found a very interesting ink that's waterproof, and it is light fast as well, and it's made for fountain pens, so it shouldn't really clog them. And it's a German brand called the Atramantis, and it's called the Document Ink. So I got a black one. I got a gray one, because I think that the gray one would be fun also to just draw with it and then use with watercolor washes, because then the line work is not as harsh as with black. Something I'm going to play with, maybe not during Inktober, but later on. I got one of my favorite colors, sepia. And it's a darker sepia than this one. This one is more like a sanguine type. It's a more orange for sepia than this one. This one is it's a sepia brown. I like both of them. And a white. So I found this. I was just amazed that they have a white ink for fountain pens. Because white inks usually, for it to be opaque, it needs to be pretty thick, and it will definitely clog your pens. So they're usually meant to use with brushes or dip pens. This is supposed to work in a fountain pen, and I have seen a video demonstrating, and it seemed to work really well. So I got one because I love to draw in white on black paper. And for this ink, that's why I bought these two pens. They're the TWSBI Echo. I get one in black. That's the box for this one. And I get one in white. So that the bodies are transparent, so you can see the ink inside. That's the white ink and the black ink. So these are in medium because for the ink to be opaque enough on black paper, you need to have a nicer flow. So I thought the medium nib would work better. And I thought they would be great drawing on gray paper also, or tan paper. So I get both of them in medium so that the line width would be the same. It wouldn't look weird. These TWSBI Echo pens, they are their own style, I guess. They come with the piston is actually part of the body, so they don't come with a cartridge. They don't come with an adapter. They have their own adapter, so you just dip them in the ink and then just twist it up. And I like that they come with their own little box and instructions, although the instructions aren't that clear. They have their own tools as well to maintain them in good shape. You can actually take it all apart to clean it, which is really nice. I will have another video just on these to show you what to do. You buy it, you open it, you see all this, then what? The instructions aren't very clear, so I'll make another video to show you this. So I think that's about it. I'm probably with this gonna be also using some Yasutomo Sumi ink that I got a little while ago with a nib, probably a dip pen, or brushes, or both. Alright then, that's it for now. I hope you like this little haul video. If you have any questions about any of these, let me know in the comments below, and let me know if you're going to participate in Inktober and what you're going to use. Thank you all for stopping by. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're feeling very generous and you would like to support this channel, you can always click on the thanks button right next to the share button. Thank you all for stopping by. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you soon with another video. Bye bye.